Hello, my name is Stephanie Soman, and this is another Online Essentials bite-sized video looking at settings and security and communication while you're using the web and the internet. So it's looking at the settings security with regards to things like blocking pop-ups, cookies, staying safe, which is really important, and data protection. And other areas within the communication is how to conduct yourself when you're using different forms of communication. Netiquette is always a good one to look at, and privacy and security is obviously very important. Andy McCall is going to be presenting this, and I hope you not only learn some new things from it, but you're able to take care of your PC from being bombarded, etc.
Another good tip on Internet Explorer is setting your home page. So if I was to go back to our tools and go to Internet Options, what we can do is we can set our home page just here. So in general, we've got it currently at the moment as coventry.ac.uk. If I was to cancel that and go to google.co.uk and then go back to the same steps, Internet Options, and click Use Current, apply, and if we press the home page, it'll automatically repeat what's on the screen for us anyway, which is Google. Keep in mind that is highly likely to come up in your test, everybody, where we would go and what we would click to set the current web page as our home page. So use current. If it came with a web page that you needed to type in, so you can type in www.coventry.ac.uk, click apply, OK, click home, and our home page will be the Coventry University website. Another factor that may come into your test is being aware about pop-ups. So Internet Explorer has a really strong tool that normally shows at the bottom, and you may have seen it if you were accessing your diagnostic through Internet Explorer. It automatically prevents any website that opens new windows without you first clicking a link. It's really handy because sometimes you find websites, particularly shopping websites, they'll be hounding you with their sales or any deals or anything that's going on. What you can do with Internet Explorer is decide if you want to allow the pop-ups only once or always for the site. You may get this in your test because it will ask you where you would click to ensure that the pop-ups for this website are always shown. If it was for always shown, options for this site, so you'd select over there and it'd give you the option to do always allow to. Cookies are small, simple text files that are kept on a website that stores information that you've been looking at on a website. So it's good. It records useful data, account details, page views, settings, and shopping carts online. Cookies are available to you, same place, Internet Options, and it's through security. Because I'm using a university computer, and you should find the same on campus, you won't be able to see it. But if you use one of your home computers, you should see a shuttle just here. So in your test, if you're asked to point where you control the strength of blocking cookies or allowing restrictions or allowing all, this shuttle, if you were to point it in other direction, I'll presume it's at the top, it will go to the strongest, and at the bottom it'll allow everything. So just to be aware that if you see this in your test, this is where you would choose you would allow third-party cookies to be saved on your computer, or not having them being used at all. Your test that you'll be taking may also ask you to identify which websites are secure, which ones that are encrypted, so when any information is sent or received over the connection is scrambled. So you'll see this URL just here, spreadsheet.google.com. You'll see the S just there. That means that it has been set to secure. You also have the padlock there too to identify that there is a certificate that's holding, but keep in mind, particularly for your test, HTTPS, what's showing is it is being secure too. Just a few things. I won't go into too much detail on this slide. Just staying safe. So obviously ensure that you're not downloading anything that's illegal. In your test, you may be asked, would you, for instance, what the implication of downloading something illegal? You may find that if you download something that is looks legitimate, but it's not, it may be actually disguising itself as a virus. So maybe in your test, it might ask for a few things just to be a bit savvy of using the internet, what downloading correct. Same also goes with data protection. may ask you in your test to point out what is correct, what you can hold, your personal data. If a business is having it, what is the reason for it? So it should be legitimately have a purpose, and it should be fairly and lawfully. But also the individuals that have your data must make sure that it's kept up to date and it's accurate as well, and only using it for its original purpose as well. You may also be asked in your test to just define what copyright is. So a copyright law for any of original work on the internet, that being text, images, music, videos, software or games, is copied and can only be used with the permission that is being expressed by the owner of the person that's originally created it. Just in this table here, it's just describing some of the communication technologies that are available through the internet and online, through chat rooms, instant messages, email, which we're going to be going through a bit in the second video, conferencing, and SMS, so short messaging service as well. The one that I particularly want to keep an eye on is VoIP, which may show up in your test. So if anyone here on this video is familiar with using Skype, the correct term for Skype, what it really is VoIP. So it's Voice over Internet Protocol. That terminology may show up in your test. So if you're asked what is VoIP, the term is Voice over Internet Protocol, which allows you to make phone calls over the internet as well as a webcam, talk to friends, family and colleagues, or anyone over the internet around the world too. Also, online communities, forums, bulletin boards, social networking, for instance, Facebook and Twitter, games, so I know PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, virtual learning environment, so what we're using at the moment, Aula, is your virtual learning environment, which you're allowed to access your resources, interact with myself and your peers, and also the cloud, which is a online storage area, which allows you to save files and gives you the opportunity to access it anywhere in the world. You may be asked in your test to select what's the most suitable storage area for a file that you want to access if you don't save it on a removable device like a USB. The cloud allows you to do that because you save it in your own space, and then if you were to, let's say for example, go to another city and you're to log on to your computer, you can grab the file by logging into the cloud portal and grabbing your files from there. So it's available to you wherever there's an internet connection. So it's really handy. They may come up in your test too. Sharing content, so several technologies available for sharing content, and when that means content, that means expression of opinion. It could mean files as well. So blogs is a good one where you can use as a journal to post anything that's on your mind. Microblogs, so pretty kind of used if anyone's familiar with Twitter. Gives you opportunity to write a blog or what's on your mind with just a quick short sentence. Wikipedia, a wiki is a website that allows you to edit your own website, but what we were saying before about the authenticity of a web page, problem with wiki pages is it allows users to go in into a repository and edit them or contribute themselves, and some things may be legit, maybe not. In your test, you may also be asked what a podcast is. A podcast is a video or an audio file that's been created by a user and is distributed on the internet for other people to go and listen or view as well. And also media sharing, different websites that allows you to go and upload web pages, videos, images, so that other people can grab and use freely as well. On your test, another area that may pop up is Netiquette. So what Netiquette is communicating correctly and respectfully over the internet. So if I was meeting you face to face, I wouldn't be aggressively shouting at you. I would be talking in a manner that is welcoming and able to communicate in a very clear way. Same with if we're emailing or if we're doing a message online, we wouldn't use uppercase words because that would presume that we're shouting at the individual. Same with a exclamation mark several times. Be all tolerant and never send angry messages, which you may find your test to describe that. And you're sending an angry message on the internet, it's called a flame. and post and anything you post, particularly on the internet, ensure that it's not something that's a bit hostile or anything that may embarrass you, because the problem with the internet is that once it's on there, it is highly likely to be stored and saved for a very long time. So your footprint on the internet, something that you may regret before. But everything that is regarded as network etiquette, so it's just another point to be aware of. I won't go into too much detail in privacy and security. It was kind of covered in the first module that we did, but also ensure that anything that you're publishing online, personal information, be confident of where it's being posted. But if you were to put anything that is personal on an email or on a blog or on a bulletin board, just make sure that it's nothing personal, because messages will highly likely not be encrypted and other people can grab it too. So another point in your test, you may be asked to state, would you put your personal information onto an email over a unsecure network? Highly likely in real world you would never do that. So in your test you would point out you wouldn't be doing